here with Ted Royer, who's the Global Chief Creative Officer.
Not global.
The
Chief Creative Officer
of New York.
Navi would be angry if I put it global.
But New York is basically the biggest office in the network. And they just moved to Wall Street, 120 Wall Street. The only agency on earth to venture this far into the financial jungle. There's a few others?
I think there are a few just around the corner.
There will be more after this. There was great incentives to come down here, I hear. The mayor personally came and opened it with the governor.
It was nice to us. Yeah.
Anyway,
after the whole area flooded, they wanted businesses.
Yeah, exactly. So, but you're one of the few. You're the new breed of creative companies being drawn into this area.
Yeah. Which
is what was the idea was.
Yeah, it's very financial heavy down here, so it's cool to be a creative company in the midst of all these suits. But we always say we hope, and I'm confident that we will change the neighborhood won't change us.
Yes.
So we've already been, the pack of plaid-wearing hipsters at the steakhouse full of people with suits and suspenders. So it's already funny to see how we stand out and how people look twice.
And in a year, this is going to be full of hipsters everywhere because coming out of Droga5, all these guys and girls going to lunch.
Yeah.
And then there's the rabbi guy over there, and there's the suits on that side.
That's right.
But you can imagine in a couple of years' time it'd be like Soho
or NoHo. Sneakers because their high heels are in their purses, running around the streets. So
So you're enjoying Wall Street? I mean, you can.
So far it's been pretty cool. I mean, exploring new places to eat and drink is nice. The views are. I hope you're going to show people the views. They're insanely dramatic. Yeah. The space is huge, and we're filling it up nicely. We found Stone Street, which is an outdoor area. It's a cobblestone street. You can just drink outside and eat outside. It's awesome. That's really great. South Street Seaport's being redone, and that's going to look really beautiful. So yeah, we're excited. I mean, it's a great area. The ferry goes from Williamsburg right down here, so all the hipsters we were talking about before just jump on a boat and come right down.
So it's actually easier than you were before.
For some people, it's a lot easier. Yeah, I'm lazy and I drive, so it's not easier. Yeah, it's a pain in the ass. But whatever.
You're the global chief creative officer.
Global. Stop with the global.
But now that you've done a deal with probably the biggest deal in history in advertising with William Morris Endeavour.
And Omnicom aren't happening.
Now that's gone.
We're number one.
You're number one again. And even it was a huge deal, but even then it was only a minority deal. You're still running the shop.
Yep.
And so how's that working out? Is it working out better than Publicis and Omnicom?
It's working out way better than Publicis and Omnicom, seeing as they've called it quits. I don't know if you believe agency spy, but
there's two cultures here.
Yeah, exactly. Our deal is working out really, really well. We definitely needed to actually learn who each group was. Like WME thought we were a certain type of business with a certain type of client, and we thought they were a certain type of business. We definitely had a learning curve, but there's been nothing but respect and willingness on both sides to really learn what the other side needs and wants and expects. And right now I think we're finding a really good groove, a really great way to work. So we're lining up the proper projects with the proper people on their side to amplify them, and they're giving us properties that they want to be used in cool ways, and we're thinking how would that properly lined up with our brands. We're not about stitching things together randomly just to promote either side. Yeah. They're really believing in the brand missions that we're setting out, and we're really believing in the solutions they're helping us come up with. So I think it's really
there'll be seamless solutions rather than forcing a talent into something around suitable to what they're trying to do.
Exactly. We're not about taking the latest starlet and slapping her into an ad. Yeah. We've got a couple things going on for some of our bigger brands that when you do see them, hopefully people will see how real integrated work with WME are going to bring projects that could be good on this level to this level. Yeah. So it's a couple of great things going on right now, and a couple of new business wins, which I don't think we can talk about quite yet, right?
But you've had You've had six good ones this week, which will be announced next week in Ad Week, probably.
Next week, yeah. So, but Dave will probably want to stagger one per week, so it always seems like there's a lot of news coming out.
But you're winning some great awards lately, and you've always had done for the last 10 years. Your you're always going to keep that focus on great work, and if it works with WME in the future, you're still going to be true to the advertising.
WME wants to do work that everyone notices and that has a huge impact just as much as we do. And awards are always really nice to win. They always feel great, and it's a really big honor. But we the whole reason we got into bed with someone like WME is to amplify this work so that the world.
Thunderclap of that.
Thunderclap, or like the Newcastle thing. They got some celebs on board, which amplified the shit out of that. It was really, really great, and we got 1 billion media impressions, or whatever those numbers.
For Newcastle, which is a little beer, and
it's ridiculous.
Has anyone actually tasted one in America? I'm sure they do.
It's around. That's good beer. I like it. It's a really good beer.
I like Newcastle Brown.
Yeah, but we got. They were able to amplify our work so that we were on like most of the top 10 Super Bowl commercial lists without having an ad in the Super Bowl. So that kind of amplification, and that's just a small part of what they do, and a small part of the potential of what we can do together.
Yeah, because that budget would have been a tenth of the.
Budget for that? Nope, can't talk about the budget.
Yeah, but there would have been a small budget compared to the Super Bowl ads for real.
Minuscule. It is absolutely minuscule. It's the cost of it's far less than the cost of one ad for the Super Bowl. It's probably less than the cost of the production for an ad in the Super Bowl.
That's more like it.
Yeah. So it's small.
But you've got some. You're famous for a few clients. I mean, we've seen Prudential win this year. We got Newcastle Brown.
Yep.
But there are other clients in your repertoire, and there's some big ones. You've got Amex. You're doing work for Amex, Coca-Cola, Motorola, Mondelez, parts of Mondelez on it. Yeah, there's chocolate. Spotify, and Unilever, Qantas in Australia and here, and United Nations. So it's a very big, decent list, good brands.
Yeah,
you've got 250 people in the office now.
In the office here in New York,
and you've got 5 floors of this building.
Yeah, we have 3 big, medium, 3 of the big floors in the building. The building tapers up, and then we're going to have the 2 penthouse floors once they're finished.
Yeah,
be like our kick-ass conference room, a huge outdoor space, a cinema up there, so we can have like big parties. We can do a proper pitch for once, in a proper room, which would be really nice.
Be nice.
So it's good. The space is going to be really dramatic. We're going to have a party in June too, so you should show up.
Yeah.
Don't put that in the interview.
Open invitation. Everybody who wants to show. Open door. Yeah.
I think we'll go to Cannes.
Bring your own beer.
We'll see you in Cannes.
right.
So talking about Cannes, what are the Cannes contenders this year?
I mean, you never know. We never know what's going to win, but the ones we think are hopefully Newcastle will do well. We had so much fun making it. We just hope everyone enjoys it as much. And we just launched a new thing for Prudential, the next stage of the campaign, that we're extremely excited about. We think it's some of our deepest, most emotionally resonant work. And like you mentioned Prudential before, that is the one brand I think we're most proud of, because it's in a category that's not really known for adventurous or emotional work.
Totally.
And what?
Stop pulling your hair.
Oh, sorry.
PR person said, "Stop pulling your hair."
Pulling my ear.
She's a media trainer.
I was actually pulling the huge amount of hair that's growing out of it. It's just
hungry. You're hungry.
I'm very hungry. I'm about to eat the hair. It's just not a space that's not known for being adventurous. As someone said when we won the business, like, now you're going to have to do big, boring work. And we're like, just watch. And it is incredibly tough. And the people who work day to day in Prudential go through, the same kind of battles that anybody who works on a large financial account. But I think, the bar was set really nice and high with Pru. I think we're really excited about that work. And the new initiative, can I say what it is? It's already in the press. Chapter 2. Yeah. The new work for Chapter 2, I think, is some of the work we're most proud of. So it's great stuff. It's stuff my family sees and loves, not just people in the industry.
And you've you set up Thunderclap last year. Amazing system. Amazing. It's actually so good. It's actually now been set up on its own.
Set up on its own, running as its own business.
And it's business with the United Nations, the White House.
User. Carly, what are some of the brands?
One.org.
Yep.
Major League Baseball.
Yeah, exactly. Major League Sports are using it. Big corporations are using it. Blue chip clients are using it.
Desmond Tutu.
That's.
So if you want to get a message out there in a big way.
What's that?
So They can reach the world.
Yeah, it's just a really nice amplification tool for social media, and we're super proud of that. And that's the whole reason DD was set up, to try to create properties outside of the din of advertising, and how you can get bogged down in your day-to-day stuff in a way that might sometimes, you might have a brilliant idea that could be a standalone business that we normally can't focus on because we're always working so hard for our clients. DD was set up to try to make some of those into a reality. And Thunderclap, I think, is our best success of that right now. Totally. And again, the fact that Obama likes to use it, I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah, absolutely. You even get invites to the White House. Oh, sorry, David does.
Yeah, I didn't get to go to the White House. Right now would be a great time to flash that picture of David at the White House and just notice how I'm not in it.
I'll zoom in.
Yeah.
And you've got a lot of people here, but there are a lot of nationalities. I've noticed there's Australians. Yeah. Give us some examples of the different types in this place.
We've got Australians. We've got tons of Brits, tons of Americans. Carly, help me out here. I'm blanking. We have Germans, Swedes, Italians, Dutch, two young Dutch creatives who are kicking ass.
So, but these are who are the best. That's not about nationality. It just happens to be a melting pot of the best.
There's no reason to hire someone just from whatever country they are. Exactly. Of course, Australians seem to get some special treatment.
Yeah, they do for some reason.
We love them, but yeah, we'll fight for a visa for anybody we think is absolutely spectacular. Yeah. And again, I'll go back to the Dutch guys we just hired. It was difficult getting them a visa, and the process was really long because immigration wants to know, well, why are they better than anybody else? Well, I'll go to the ends of the earth proving it to them because those guys are fucking great, and they've already launched some fantastic work with us. And they did the New Museum 1993 initiative, and that's when they were interns. So we went to the mat hard for them because they're absolutely fantastic. So yeah, of course, we'll fight for anybody from any country if we think they're really, really great.
So what advice would you give to young creatives trying to get into a great agency? I mean, what do they have to do? Obviously, they're going to work hard. They're going to have some talent, but give them a bit of advice.
That question. What advice would I give young creatives? That fucking question. I think the kind of stuff that really blows us away now is stuff that really thinks about business as a whole. Some kids still ask me, do I need long copy in my book? Stop with all that. Start thinking like a really creative business person, because our business now is overlapping with app companies and tech companies and entertainment companies, and we want to know that you have an insatiable business mind. And I don't say business in a boring way. I mean like a creative business mind that can really transform industries or get ideas that whole industries take notice of and get scared of. And I think that kind of stuff is fantastic. My favorite story about hiring someone is two Swedes we have working here who came in, and the first thing in their book was a business idea for eBay, and it would have transformed their business. I thought it was amazing. And that was incredible. And then it was just the first thing. And then I turned the page, and they wasn't an ad. It wasn't an ad. It was hey eBay, we should do this. Right. And then the next one was a thing for an online game, for like World of Warcraft type game, and a business idea for that. And then I just shut the book and said, let's talk, because that was so cool. I want to pitch with these guys. I want to go to clients with these guys because they think in terms of what's possible and where we can go. It's not about the long copy ad or do I have a case study, or do I have this. You don't need to think about the formulas and boxes that you check, which sometimes maybe ad schools might tell you.
Maybe the ad schools are the problem at the moment. They're one step behind.
Well, I just was down at VCU and we talked about that, and a lot of the work I saw on the walls was really, really beautiful, but it was a print campaign that had a haiku in it. It's like, I don't need to see that. I've seen that before. Show me that you have an insatiable appetite for making a huge impact in certain business categories.
Great.
That's the fun part.